Halo Infinite has been out for over 6 months now, and unfortunately the game seems to just not be able to find its footing. 343 has been on the back foot dating back to the release of the Xbox Series X, when they missed their intended launch date next to the then new consoles and pushed the game back by a year. Although they managed to fix up most of the campaign problems, it is with the multiplayer that they are struggling the most. With the 6th installment of the main story, 343 decided to change up their business model and release Halo Infinite multiplayer as a free-to-play game with a seasonal structure. Although the launch of Halo Infinite did look promising, it was once again off to a rocky start when they revealed that there would be no co-op or forge mode in the first few months. Although for many it might not have been a deal breaker, it did signal that even with a year delay, Halo and 343 were still not ready for a full release of the game. Now with the release once again on the back foot and an incomplete multiplayer, disaster is always around the corner. For the last couple of months it seems that Halo Infinite just cannot come up for air, and it is slowly drowning in negativity, with developers releasing updates that they think the game needs instead of listening to what the players want out of the multiplayer experience. Right now there is no denying that the Battle Pass can be dysfunctional at times. A bunch of fixes get rolled out often that does very little to improve the game. There has been an influx of player feedback, most of which is negative, and if you take into consideration that we are half a year into the game on its second season, it is easy to understand why some might be feeling frustrated with the process. 343 Industries released the second season of Halo Infinite called Lone Wolves, and it did add a bunch of new content to the game. They have 3 new modes: the reimagining of King of the Hill, attrition is back, and there is also a new introduction called the Last Spartan Standing. Now the Battle Pass does come with some amazing options for cosmetics that makes every Spartan stand out uniquely. There is a lot to like about this latest rollout, but there is also lots that fans seem not to like. Many of the loudest complaints are about the challenges for the Last Spartan Standing mode. A free-for-all game typeset on a large map, the Last Spartan Standing gives you 5 lives with no option to earn any more throughout the round. Once you are out for the rest of the match, at which point you can spectate other players or quit out to the multiplayer lobby. A pop-up notification will say that you can leave without penalty to your challenges, but players say that this is unreliable at best. Some players get punished even if it is safe to leave. For other players, the progress that you make just simply does not register to your challenges. You also have players that complete challenges and it does not register any progress to the Battle Pass, and again, you should not leave your matches until it is completely wrapped up, even if the game tells you that it is safe. Doing so right now can result in completed tasks not registering. Now Halo did release a hot fix for this, but it is unclear how effective it has been across the board. The latest rollout also resulted in some skewed gameplay mechanics. Some of the guns are jamming up, although 343 did say that they have a potential fix on the radar. Now it is not just the bugs that people are upset about, but also some of the things that has been taken out of the game, making it harder for players to achieve certain objectives. Now fans are not the only ones who are recognizing that the release of Halo Infinite has been bad, be that the first season or the second season that was recently released. The developers has acknowledged that the season 2 release was botched and stated that they are reviewing their options. We have seen the feedback around changes that impacted various multiplayer jumps and campaign speed up strategies. We are not at the point where we can promise anything yet, but we want to be transparent and say that we are taking the feedback seriously and reviewing options internally. Now the truth is that games are getting more complicated by the day. Our expectations as gamers are continuing to go up, and as a result, developers need to consistently be innovating. Game development has never been more complicated, and as the new technology technology grows, so will our expectations. With that said though, it is not unreasonable to want the game to be in working order, but it is worth noting that we are in untested waters. I guess the same can be said though for every generation.